What's going on, everyone? Welcome to Kraken of the Week, episode 21. This week we have a community submission from Hippersdontlie in the epitome of Russian bias, the premium tier 7 battleship Lenin. This was the battleship that you could have got last winter, I believe. They had special currency, you had to do a lot of things, possibly buy some crates to get it. I have it, it's a great ship. And in this game, we're going to see exactly what this ship is capable of. We have a game of domination here on Trident. You can see Hippersdontlie was spawned in the perfect spot here. Central location, allowing this ship and its 3 turrets to swing back and forth to get shots on all angles of the map. So starting here early, going up against the very lightly armored tier 6 battleship North Carolina. I love this view here, using the toggle there to follow the shells, seeing exactly where they're hitting on the ship, and absolutely punishing the North Carolina. You see it's taking some damage from all over the place, and now very smartly looking around, he notices that his teammate in Bravo is contested, so we know that there's a destroyer close. Right here, another great job being patient with the salvo. Wasn't sure if those two ships were going to collide, and if so, it would certainly change the trajectory. Right there, getting 3 overpins. Kind of unlucky RNG. From that angle, you would expect maybe a couple more Citadel hits, but still great amount of damage. And they're doing the right thing right here, keeping their head on a swivel, checking for that destroyer, making sure that they're not too much of a threat. Right here, have a great broadside shot on the North Carolina. If you have a broadside shot, even if it's a little bit further away, you gotta take it. Right there, getting kill number 1 on the North Carolina. Now we see we have a broadside Iowa. We have an Ochakov pushing in, and now eliminating the Ochakov to protect their destroyer is going to be key. You want to make sure that you have your div mates in the game as long as possible. Right there, more Russian bias. The armor on the Lenin is phenomenal. If you are bow on, it is extremely difficult to put large values of damage on the ship, and that proves it. Meanwhile, the Iowa, sailing completely broadside, takes a Citadel hit and absolutely punishing. So right here, you see they're doing a good job using this island to protect them from most likely incoming torps. Unable to get all 3 turrets on the second Iowa here, but does get the front 2, follows them, and right there, once again, another Citadel hit. Only 3 minutes into the match, already at 77,000 damage. At this point, locking in on the destroyer. Now this is key. I really like the way Hippersdontlie plays this out. Gets the front 2 guns on the destroyer. Decent amount of damage, but doesn't finish them off. Expecting these torpedoes, so has it in reverse, checking to make sure they're not going to ground out on the island. And at this point, looking at the way that destroyer is angled, it's almost impossible for them to get more destroyers, or more torpedoes rather, in the water. So right now, you see hard right rudder, and they're pushing in. They got throttle all the way in full. But Ochakov makes a mistake here. Hippersdontlie capitalizes on the mistake. You get inside 12 kilometers, and that dispersion is phenomenal on the battleships for the Russians. And right there, Dev Strike on the Ochakov, removing perhaps the strongest ship and biggest threat in the game. So here we see the Piolo trying to do what they can, and this is such a interesting move right here. This is something I think a lot of players wouldn't do. Ignoring the destroyer with the main battery, letting the secondaries take over, and instead shoot that salvo at the Iowa. The secondaries are taking care of the destroyer, and right there got a 20k salvo on the Iowa. So that is some phenomenal decision making right there, and the type of moves you want to see that are going to be absolutely huge when it comes to damage numbers. So now, doing a good job checking both sides. Again, in the central position, and the way these guns are situated, it allows to get around in a hurry to get them on target. getting a great view at a broadside Georgia. And while it's not the perfect dispersion, it is really good. Getting another Citadel hit, 5 pins, 2 overpins, Confederate medal. Absolutely phenomenal job. In all this, they're still capturing B. Very rare that you see a battleship capturing the central point. So great job. Just continue to be relevant in the game. Go ahead. You love this feeling when you shoot the salvo and you just know it's a kill. Right there, kill number 4 on the Georgia. And absolutely rolling through this game. Look at the medals up there, just stacking them up. Nearly 170,000 in damage. And the poor little Belfast here. Absolutely no match for 406s. Hippersdontlie gets all 3 turrets on there. Only needs 1. Right there. Citadel right through the nose. Kill number 5. And the route is absolutely on. The only 2 ships to die from the blue team are the destroyers. Meanwhile, there are only 2 ships remaining, an Amagi and an Iowa for the red team. Absolutely phenomenal teamwork here. And you see the red team did only get 1 cap, but the blue team currently in the process of flipping that back the right way. One of the major advantages of the Lenin is this turret layout. Very Nelson-esque. The difference being that the Lenin has 406s. So same caliber as you see on the Iowa, Massachusetts, Alabama. And they are absolutely chewing through armor when you're able to get the angles that these enemy battleships have been given up. So right here, watch as Hippersdontlie uses the rudder in order to get all 3 guns on target and then move back and forth. Unfortunately for the Amagi, trying to kite away, but eventually you hit the edge of the map. And what happens when you hit the edge is that it becomes predictable what direction you're going to move. Right there, 2 more Citadels, kill number 6. Absolutely phenomenal game. Over 200,000 in damage, 3,600 in XP. Great game, Hippersdontlie. And that's all we have for this one. Thank you all for tuning in. If this is your first time coming to the channel, consider hitting subscribe. We'll have a lot more videos coming at you shortly. Have a great day.